in force. I mean, 1,500 people who showed up for a day of service at that school. That then but then what the power of it was grassroots level. It was a single community, a faith community that came together with this school and school leader and figured out, okay, how do we grow this? What are the needs of the school? And it was a mutually beneficial relationship. So it energized South Lake Church, it energized the school community, and the power of what then started to flow from that was phenomenal. We have kids coming to school with huge amount of unmet need. And the degree to which we have partners who are helping us to address that is the degree to which what the time in school really gets used on instruction and helping kids meet their academic needs. So partners that are helping us do clothes closets to make sure kids are able to come to school in clean clothes every day, and they're not home, taking care of washing their clothes so they can wear the same set of clothes the next day. Big deal in terms of that you're there and you're able to focus in class on what you're in class to focus on, which is your study. The fact that you are able to get food, like we have partners who are helping us do food pantries that are accessible to families at the school site, that makes that a way more straightforward way of addressing a basic need, that when a student is in school, they are able to focus on school. So I think it's wide open territory for our communities of faith, because this is the kind of territory that a community of faith would pay attention to and figure out how they naturally can move into that, what may be a void in a particular community, and where it makes all the difference for a teacher to say, this is, my kids come to my classroom ready to work. How do you live your faith in service to the community? Not how is this an opportunity to go build my church membership? So there's been a real clarity about what it is we're doing, that the faith community is working with each other about how do you build this successful partnership with the schools and not end up in the church and state conversation, and we really haven't. I mean, this has been so cleanly how do we live our faith through service, and how do we show up as a real partner? And again, those relationships and whatever those boundaries that could end up being touchy boundaries have not. I mean, it's been very clearly an energizing partnership that everyone has gained so much from, and where I see huge potential that we haven't even begun to tap yet. Can we get 100% of our third graders meeting or exceeding the reading benchmark by the time they leave third grade, meaning they are reading to learn by the time they leave third grade, which impacts how successful they'll be in the rest of their journey through Portland Public Schools and how ready they will be to take advantage of the opportunities that are in front of them? Is that something that totally lends itself to partnership and a potential way for a faith community to engage with a school to help make that thing happen? So you'd be surprised at what kind of creativity about is happening inside schools right now, in terms of what are the ways that people can come in as partners, and what are the things that principals can identify they need as a school. And I do think part of where the energy is going to come from is bringing those school leaders together with church leaders and having them figure out on a one-to-one level what it is they can do together.